to make a quick video about, I've spoken about it a couple times, but my Bible, which is A Course in Miracles. And this book is so powerful, and I feel like it's for people who are on a spiritual journey or who are spiritual in general and may not have too much of an understanding, or from a perspective of being being religious. And you know how sometimes I haven't really read the Bible, but I've heard so many verses and things like that people do bring up and talk about. Because I haven't read the Bible, I'm not fully sure of the complete differences, but I know that the Bible is about different, it's like it's storytelling, and you know what I mean, like it is certain like prophetic words that have come to fruition and things like that. But this, I think, is just more clear for me as someone who's on a spiritual journey and someone who's trying to heal and connect with God at my own pace, and also have an understanding of how gracious he is to us, and how he's not this mean God that you should be afraid of, and how he tells you in this book that guilty, being like the feeling of guilt, shame, doubt, self-sabotage, just any negative feeling that we may feel is something of the ego, and that we have allowed to be created in our own mind just because of society and how we've been raised and brought up. But how he, being a father of the kingdom, he just shows us so much grace. He loves us. He's patient. He's here with us. He gives us free will, but he also is here for us if we are willing to be better people, to be kind, to share the word, and how to basically live our purpose, which it's not for everyone. If you understand, you understand. And it's not for everyone, but it's one of those things where if you have a purpose here on earth, and how the purpose is for some of us, it's to share the word, to have others understand that life isn't meant to be so hard. You don't have to feel guilty about things that have happened before, and that you are able to grow and to change and have a better life if you're living based off of the kingdom. And he's not saying the kingdom is not this place where, okay, I have to just live this perfect life and I can't have any fun type of, it's not that at all. It's basically loving yourself, remembering who you were before you came here, and having an understanding that you have the complete opportunity to live and experience heaven on earth. And I just wanted to read this page because I think it just really hit me differently. And it's basically just showing you how you should be overall with every interaction, and how you're looking at other people versus viewing yourself. I'll just get to it. So it says, when you meet anyone, remember it is a holy encounter. As you see him, you will see yourself. As you treat him, you will treat yourself. As you think of him, you will think of yourself. Never forget this, for in him you will find yourself or lose sight of yourself. Whenever two sons of God meet, they are given another chance at salvation. Do not leave anyone without giving salvation to him and receiving it yourself, for I am always with you in remembrance of you. Know thyself. Know thyself. There is nothing else to learn. Everyone is looking for himself in the power and glory he thinks he has lost. Whenever you are with anyone else, you have another opportunity to find them. Your power and glory are in him because they are yours. The ego tries to find them in yourself because it does not know where to look. But the Holy Spirit teaches you that if you look only at yourself, you cannot find yourself, because this is not what you are. Whenever you are with your brother, you are learning what you are, because you are teaching what you are. He will respond either with pain or with joy, depending on which teacher you are following. To achieve the goal of the curriculum, then you cannot listen to the ego. Its purpose is to defeat its own goal. It does not know this because it does not know anything. But you can know this, and you will know it if you are willing to look forward at the ego who has made you. Basically, what I took that as is like, we sometimes are looking and searching for this better person, and it's already within us. We just have lost it because of our damn ego being in the way. And it's important for us to be kind in any interaction that we're experiencing. Like, for example, I remember I used to have this one job where I was working, and we're so what's the word? We just are always just programmed to just think the worst in people. And I remember I was new to this job, and I went into the cafeteria, and there was like this group of women that was just staring at me. So in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck are these bitches looking at? Like, why are they, you know what I mean? Just thinking negative. But then when I turned around, she was like, oh my God, like, your hair is so nice. You look so pretty, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, when it said, you are them, like you were your brothers. And it's like, they were me. That's who I originally am. I am so nice and considerate, always giving compliments. Like, that mindset of the ego that had me thinking that people were against me, that's not me. And it's like always just keeping that in mind and remembering who you truly are, and that any interaction, even if you don't know people, instead of the first thought being, okay, these people are on attack mode, or they're about to say something, or they're hating, just give a compliment, say something nice. Like, you never know what they're thinking or anything, and it's best to show who you truly are versus you just automatically coming off with the ego, because the ego does not know anything. The ego is just going off of, they just want you to be scared. They want you to be alone. They want you to be confused and not knowing what you're doing. And that's not what God is trying to tell us, and what God is not trying to show us. God is trying to show us and to remember, have us remember that we are of kindness, we are of love, and to show that and have that interaction with everyone that we meet. And I think that's a part of you being intentional. It's you putting in that work to have a more healthier lifestyle and to experience heaven on earth, because you are putting those practices into place. Because we can be the creator of whatever we want to, as long as we believe that, and it all starts with us and what we put out into the world. So I just want to share that. I think I'm going to have a bunch of book entries and prompts that I want to talk about when it comes to A Course in Miracles, because this book is amazing. For any of you out there who are on your spiritual journey and aren't really religious at all, but do need some type of guide and want to get closer with God, this is the best book ever, because it will show you how it just allows you to live a more freeing lifestyle, because you don't always feel like everything you're doing is wrong, or that you're sinning, or that God's looking down upon you and shunning you for you making mistakes and being human. You know what I mean? We're here still to live a human experience, but also at the same time, we're supposed to grow, and we're supposed to help others and teach others what we learned. So this book is definitely helpful. So if any of you are interested, they do have it. It's like any other book. You probably find it on Amazon. You can probably get it on audiobook, but it's everywhere, and it definitely is beneficial in helping me on my spiritual journey. So definitely check it out. All right, that's all I wanted to share in this video. All right, bye.